live. We're waiting for that to. Okay, now it's
I
gone
gotta watch
away.
the musical.
I'll see if I can find it.
Bet.
Nice.
Hi. Yeah. So
Welcome,
we heard.
everyone.
So there was a song on TikTok that we heard, and it's from a musical, and it's a pretty fucked up musical. It's called Waitress. It's like I'm gonna treat you right. I'm not moving. And so like it's one of her favorite movies, and apparently there's a musical version of it. So
Uh-huh.
we're trying to find a way to watch it. Hello, everybody.
Welcome to the show, everyone. We were supposed to talk about animes today. We are supposed to talk about Rurouni Kenshin, but I'm like 99% sure Gibby forgot.
Okay, so in my defense, so I can't. I thought we were doing Cowboy Bebop this week.
We can do Cowboy Bebop. Did you rewatch it?
Fuck no, I didn't. So either way, I didn't watch any anime this week because like I have been. I had no. You can. Okay, you can. I have a genuine defense. Unlike
I'm
the other
listening.
9 times, whenever I say I don't do something, it's absolute bullshit, and I would just sat at my computer in my underwear watching fucking whatever sounds good at that time. But no, I've been learning how to use Blender this week. That has been my like dedicated. That is where all of my focus has been, is learning Blender. And unfortunately, like I don't know enough about the website or the software to be able to just do it by myself. So I've had to watch like tutorial videos,
Right.
but it's not tutorial videos. Like all you got to do is press Control RZ5, fucking F5, 2, 3, and boom, look at this. Now you have a full on building.
Yeah, no. Blender is difficult, and trying to get shit right is difficult, and that's why I stick to editing things. I stick to writing things. Blender is one step beyond my capacity.
See, and that's what I thought too. So I started doing like the classes and stuff to sort of be like, okay, this keybind controls this, and this is what it does. And honestly, doing that has helped me understand it way more than trying to just raw dog it. Like go in and raw dog the whole software by itself. Because my first like little project I want to do is make like a pack of cigarettes that we can have floating in the very beginning of the title screen, so we can
Right.
kind of change the sun.
Intro.
2, please. So we have something that's just kind of like rotating there. So, and have like my end goal, because I want to do a pack of cigarettes, a liquor bottle, and then a VTN or VT network sign above it as it just floats around.
I mean, I'm down.
So I would love to do something to kind of make the beginning intro, instead of just looking at a sun, just look at something handmade. Like I made it with my own blood, sweat, and multiple tears. Many tears.
Lots and lots of tears, yeah.
Incredible amount of tears, especially if I'm learning how to do this, and this is going to be my first little project I want to work at. It's going to be an abysmal amount of tears, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not even going to try and fuck with you. Does my microphone sound okay?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, awesome. I'm always worried because like halfway through the show I get, "Huh! Your mic sounds like shit. It's starting to bust out." So I just want to make sure
It blanks out. It's not your fault. It's software.
Well,
Fucks
I think
with things.
So I've noticed that when I do my TikTok lives, it's good. And then once TikTok's like, hey, you haven't been doing anything on this stream, we're just cutting you off. And that's what I noticed. You and or Mustard have told me, hey, your microphone is fucking up.
Right.
Catch up, please. So, Deadman, what do we go with this week? Since I didn't fucking watch what we needed to watch.
Disappointing endings like the original plan was. We were talking about
Woo,
things that. Oh yeah, and we're
Hell
also going
yeah.
to talk about a LOLCow. I know you dying to talk about LOLCows on here, but there is one we do get to talk about because they have a fish.
What?
They have a the fuck was that?
Hey, that is one lesson I try to teach my sons. Don't get with a woman who doesn't know how to cook. Don't become the cook in the relationship.
We're podding, sir, and welcome Lemon Grab, welcome Lemon, welcome Mustard. Thank you guys.
Welcome, baby.
Yeah, there is a LOLCow that has officially entered gaming space, and we both hate this LOLCow very fucking much. And it is officially time. Well, he's officially crossed into our realm of bullshit, so we can talk about him and we can mock him for being not only a piece of shit but a terrible goddamn. Hey, the Widowmaker, Danny's in the house. Welcome, Danny.
What's
Hey, we're
going
talking
on,
about
Dan?
disappointing endings. So if you got some time, you want to hang out, come let us know.
Yeah, come pop on in. Since I got mandated to be on a, I got mandated to be in a, oh, what's the fuck? What the
Off
fuck
the
is it called?
cuff.
Yeah, I got mandated to be in an off the cuff. I'm gonna mandate Danny to be on the episode for bad endings. So he better get his shit together and come on this episode right now. Like we got third spot available. Sorry.
Yeah, really. Did you bring in enough burgers for everybody?
Fuck no, I didn't. No. No, that person touches me in ways that nobody else will. So these are just my burgers. Okay.
No, we're not talking about that. But
But
no,
enough
we're
food.
talking about Jared fucking Genesis. Now, the short and long of it is that Jared Genesis is a incel. Oh yeah, no,
But a
you.
Chad.
I can send you.
But a
fucking
Chad.
the
He's
link.
an incel, but a Chad.
He's not. He's none of the above.
And
He's
also a
piece of shit.
bodybuilder, but also somebody that's constantly bulking. And a video game expert, but also can't play fucking what's that? What's the game?
Anything heavy rain.
Heavy Rain.
the-
We can't
yeah,
play Heavy Rain.
Yeah, like this is part of the reason we get to talk about him today. He has been trying to do Let's Plays, and there are a lot of reasons everybody watches Let's Plays. A lot of people love Let's Plays, and that's why when you watch a bad player, try to struggle through, you know, a level or a video game, and you laugh along with them. You laugh at their suffering with them. You watch and you play, and you're like, yeah, I remember sucking at this game too, or I remember this part. There's a lot of ways.
Markiplier played back in the day, like Happy Wheels. I see people do
Yeah,
Happy
yeah.
Wheels content now, and I'm like, it's just not the same. It's not the same as it was. Or
Yeah.
also, or PewDiePie doing Amnesia, the fucking barrels.
Yeah, and
I was in high school watching that. Oh, good.
but the thing is that Jared Genesis sucks terribly. No, and he doesn't suck like
Like, it's funny. Like, it's not like you can laugh at somebody that's bad at it. They're
Yeah.
bad enough, but they make it funny. You're like, guy's fucked up. He can't move, but it's still kind of entertaining. This dude, I shit you, because I watched one of these. Because like I am amazed by stupidity. That's why I'll sit and watch like Brett Keane or Jared Genesis. Like I'll sit there and
Yeah.
watch them, and it's just like, oh guys, I couldn't get this right. Oh, it's the incel game developer's fault, man. You should have put this right here.
Yeah, one of the things that got me that he said during one of his bullshit Let's Plays was how much satanic and masonry and I forgot what other weird conspiracy theory bullshit that they had inserted into the game. It's a Japanese game made by Japanese people, one of the most non-believer, religion-free countries there is. Thank you. Religion-free countries there is. And this guy sucks at video games so fucking bad that he was trying to blame the Illuminati. That's what it was. Satanists, the cultists. I forgot what the fuck else. But he sucked so goddamn bad that he's just running around in a circle making the most cringeworthy commentary. And I don't mean cringeworthy like saying something terrible and kind of like owning it. No, he's saying horrible fucking things about the characters on screen. He's talking about a woman that's being assaulted by two masked strangers in Heavy Rain. If you've never played Heavy Rain, it is a very intense game, very emotional. It's more like a movie experience than it is like a video game.
It's like Before Human. If you've ever played Before Human, it's like that.
Yeah, a lot like that. And he's commentating that he's enjoying the woman being assaulted, and that what he would have done in the same place where he assaulting this woman. It's not, and the worst part is it's not a joke. He's not making a joke.
No. That motherfucker, I can see him. I can see him watching. I can see him watching I Spit on Your Grave, and then being like, well, you probably know if she was. And fucking that voice, it kills me, kills my already damaged throat. She probably deserved it being in that cabin, all by herself. Like, I mean, it's that type of shit that he would make a joke about.
Yeah.
And you're like,
yeah.
dude, why? Like, you're already considered a big fuck up in the whole community. Like, there are some LOLCows that even look, I mean, King Cobes, rest in peace, King Cobra
Yeah.
JFS, fuck sickos. He was like, fuck Jared Genesis. So I'm sorry, but if Cobes don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. That's the law of the land. That's also, Cobes says fuck a lot of people, and I'm like, you know what? They're sickos. I can't rock with them.
Yeah, no. So Jared Genesis, and this Ben, I hope you see this. So Shabisky, you guys are always invited onto our tiny little itty bitty show to talk video games. But yeah, Jared, do
We're always
everybody a
late.
favor.
Don't feel too bad, Trubisky. You can relate to our show.
We don't mind. Do everybody a favor, Jared. Just sell your fucking computer and stop.
Oh yeah, sell your computer. That one. That answer.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that's
and
what
please
I want
suck
to do.
start a shotgun. Go look at, because that guy's a piece of shit, and that's only the surface level. But fuck Jared Genesis, fuck everything he stands for.
But Jared Genesis
Fat
and
piece
fuck
of shit.
It's also the same thing. So
Yeah. Anyways, well, I wanted to talk about that real quick while we had the subject, but now we got Danny from Dark Charm here. Welcome,
Hey,
Danny. How you
hey.
doing, man?
Hey, can you all hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Oh, so
Sweet.
I have to be on camera, but
Yes.
Danny gets the no camera pass.
Yes.
Racist. That's what it is racism. Racism to
This
the
isn't where I
degree.
park my car.
Well, you get to do it from your car. I gotta be all nice, prim, and proper, or else.
Oh
Dead
no,
Man
I'm not
doesn't
from my
pay
car.
for
I'm just saying this just wasn't where I parked my car. But that's
Yes,
besides the
disappointing endings. Yes, we're getting to that, Mustard. Sorry. We had to I had to just cover that real quick because it was so terrible. But anyways, I'd say for like a good 12, 15 years in cinema and storytelling, nobody knew how to finish a fucking story. And one of the ones that like stood out the most to me, right? Because I know Mustard has one in mind, but one of the ones that for me was who's Keanu Reeves, The Day the Earth Stood Still.
Never heard of it. Never watched it. Don't know.
I saw that one a while back. I didn't recall that it was, bad ending per se, but I do know that it wasn't as orthodox as people would say for, endings in the story. I mean, but considering, you're looking at me, the guy who really doesn't actually end a story, but starts a brand new one. So
This is the story that never ends.
Well,
Well,
here's the biggest issue with me with War of the World. Oh, I'm sorry, The Day the Earth Stood Still with Keanu Reeves, and was the fact that it just fucking ends. There is no wrap up. There is no, oh yeah, by the way, they learned their lesson. Oh, by the way, this character's okay. This character's not okay. This character, because there are several subplots and open ended things that should have been tied up by the end of the movie.
yeah.
But the movie just ends.
Do you recall if the original one that was made from had the exact same ending?
No, it did
Or
not.
was it? Yeah, because I remember the old one from like the 50s or 60s, wherever
It was the
came out.
50s.
That one had a better ending.
Yeah, because they shoot the guy, the alien, right? And Klata Veratu Necto, like the robot goes and gets the alien, revives him, and he stands on the spaceship while everybody around him is like, we're gonna kill the fucking alien race, and he stands there and he goes, listen, we know you have discovered space travel. We know you are going to be amongst the stars, but I am here to warn you. You bring any of your bullshit outside of your little blue fucking marble, and the rest of the goddamn universe will not hesitate to erase you from existence. So find peace before you come out to the fucking stars and start trying to talk with us. I am literally speaking for every other species in existence. Find peace or don't come. And then he gets to the spaceship. They launch away. The government and everybody is looking at each other, going like, "We're not that bad, are we?" Like,
Yeah, we are.
Well, I mean, in all reality, there will be nothing that ties us together as an entire species, an entire race, as alien racism. I feel like that will be the one thing that
Alien
unifies us
racism.
all, is alien
Well,
racism.
That and the ever loving the touch of Harambe. That'll
Yeah,
Yeah.
Harambe will forever tie us all together. I
forever
think
tie us
when it
all
comes.
together.
What one thing it's always hard to do the endings to alien media, because it's either all aliens win and humans die, or aliens die, humans win, and you kind of get
It's
left with a
never
little bit of like
in
blue
between,
balls.
right?
Yeah, you never get like a coexist kind of thing. It's always just
I
somebody
guess Star
dies.
Trek might be kind of like that. But
What generation though? What generation of Star Trek we talking
All
here?
of
Because I
them,
don't know.
all Star Treks, everybody lives together. There's certain
Yeah.
there's certain factions and certain races that don't like humans, like the Romulans. But for the
Probably
most
shouldn't have brought that up because I don't know
for the
fuck
most
all about
part,
Star Trek.
yeah. But for the most part, everybody gets along. Mustard says in the chat, the day the Earth stood still was a horrible attempt at the Go Green movie master's nostalgic retelling of marijuana. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Nope.
Yeah.
I would say that's dead on too.
Mustard also says The Mist. I can't say The Mist had a bad ending. I can say that what's his name's fucking acting fell well short of what I wanted to see. Thomas Jane's acting fell well short. And everybody says it's like so fucking good, and I'm like, it's just not for me. I don't know.
I've always heard people shit on the Mist's ending, like it was left open ended. Mist was not a movie that really caught my attention to go see, but I've heard whenever I've talked to somebody or somebody's told me about it, they've always been like, it was a good movie, but the ending kind of fucking blew.
It's because it's not a happy ending.
Yeah, it's not a happy ending for one.
I don't need a happy ending. I just need something good.
The other end of it is that if you were really locked in Stephen King fan, there was a lot of references to certain other books, even like The Dark Tower, if within the actual movie itself, and if you didn't know anything about it, you were literally clueless. But yeah, I thought it was okay. It could have been a lot deeper like it was in the book, but yeah.
I think I like the movie more than the book, because the book definitely goes into some Lovecraftian type of storytelling that is horrifying. If you could see how horrifying that was, you'd be horrified. I'm not going to describe it because it's so horrifying, but it's horrifying.
Yeah.
So I'm going to shit my pants from an invisible figure I know nothing about. It could look like an office worker named Tim, and that's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Guy in a 3-piece suit, just carry around a suitcase. It's like, it's terrifying. It scared me so bad. I went from dark black hair to grays in 5 seconds. And it's like, oh.
But yeah, that's Lovecraft. That's the way Lovecraft describes things, and I absolutely fucking hate it. But
that sounds boring. That sounds terrible.
It
can't get boring without any exposition,
Yeah, like trust me, if you want to read something so fucking vague, read In the Mountains of Madness.
I wonder why the book called The Mountains of Madness would be vague.
Yeah.
It gives it away. It gives it away in the title, because I'm not going to go mad by seeing like weird shit. I'm going to go mad by being like, see that over there? Could be something, could not be something. You'll never know. All right, now let's go over here. What about that thing? Fuck that thing. Okay, I already mentioned it. We don't need to talk about it more. But I've also, the one like genre that in my opinion has a very hard time coming to a very solid ending is manga and comic books. It is a very hard thing to achieve an ending, Because I remember I was talking to Deadman about Magical Girl Apocalypse one day,
Yeah.
and I texted him and I was like, the ending to this made no sense. He's like, oh yeah, why so? And I'm like, we have time traveling, we have magical girls, now there's aliens, boom, now they're all having a happy ending. I totally missed the last 10 chapters because none of it makes a lick of fucking sense.
Yeah.
And I know writing media is a very hard thing to like get a perfect ending on, but I feel like there should be some, like, everything ties up nicely. So in my opinion, Danny, since you're a writer, what would you consider to be like a good ending? Like, what is your baseline of a good ending?
Well, hold on. Before we get to a good ending, what's a bad ending? I want like still stay on topic. We'll go to good endings. But what's a bad ending, Danny?
In my opinion, a bad ending is kind of one that swerves your audience in a not nice way. I mean, you can always swerve an audience.
Yeah.
You can always say that something's going to happen, but it turns out something different. But it still makes sense within the story frame that you're putting. I view those as bad endings. I view lack of information sometimes when a story does not have like a lot of. I would even say maybe 3/4 or whatever is done within the actual storytelling. If the last one is okay, but you don't necessarily bring it up or clear it up, but the other three are done. That's okay. That sets it up for another one, an ending, another, like basically stuff that's done. Exactly, Mustard. Like stuff that's left to interpretation. That can be used as a bad ending. But for me, like if you're having no closure of any kind with anything, like you can still have, and this is something that you, me, and Gibby both have worked on.
Yeah.
If we can still close out a story without fully closing out anything that could happen later. There's things that you can wrap up, but you can give your audience a taste of what could happen next.
Yeah, the hero walks into the sunset kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Or the villain burns the whole village down and goes off to say, here comes another one.
So what?
Like that.
So what? You gave us a lot of like. This is like you gave us a baseline, but you didn't give us an example. I want to hear an example of what you would say is a bad ending.
It's actually a good question. What is it? What do you consider a bad ending as far as like media goes?
Well, people are probably going to hate me on this one, but I say Game of Thrones.
Oh,
nobody hates you. Nobody hates you on that one.
Game of Thrones. I have not yet seen the last of Stranger Things, so I can't really put my opinion on that one, Mustard. But for Game of Thrones, that was the biggest disappointment ever. I was like, man,
nobody blames you. Nobody blames you.
I think you'd have more of a hot take if you said the ending to Game of Thrones was good. I think that would have a lot more.
It ruined me for the rest of it. It ruined me for any series like after or even prequels because I always come up just like, oh, you need to watch. You need to watch this new series, and I'm like, is it does Bran still get the throne at the end? And they're like, well, yeah, and I'm like, then I don't give a fuck.
I don't care. I don't give a shit.
I don't give a
fuck. That's actually a good example. Gibby, what about you? Bad ending.
Bad ending. Oh shit! Probably should have thought about this instead of talking shit. Does it have to be movies?
No.
Does it have to be? General. Oh, okay, good. You know what? I will give a recent example of something that I just finished, and that would be American Rapture. That had such a fuck you ending because the entire time.
Yeah.
This is a trope of mine that I absolutely despise. The entire time it gets us connected to these characters, and it kind of makes us feel like these characters actually have a purpose in this entire world, and then right in the last 2 chapters, dead, killing them off one by one. okay, that's not awesome, but fine. And then towards the last of it, the entire book, the main character is having this come to Jesus moment. And I wish I was joking or being hyperbolic, but she's trying to find her world or find her way in this world of a light crossed esque disease. And then at the end, they're just like, oh, yeah, I'm going to fuck this guy that I've had a crush on the entire time. And I might have a fever. Who knows? Dunzo. Fucking book ends. I had to sit there and stare at my phone for 5 minutes because I'm like, there is no way this is how this ends. Well, I might have a fever after having sex with a guy that I like, or I might not. Who knows? You won't as an audience because I want to be so mysterious with my characters. Fuck you. Spent fucking 3 nights reading that, but yet I get that blue ball of an ending. Fuck you. Thank you.
I think, and this is just my personal opinion, sometimes when they have people telling stories and things like that, they come up with, oh, this is a good story start, and this is how we're going to go through the ending. And then they're like, well, how do you get to the ending? Well, we got this, and this. And then they're like, okay, great. Well, what's the ending? And they're like, I'm like, you're not thinking things all the way through, are you? No, we're just
making it up as they go along, dude.
You're
just
building
making
the
it
world.
up as they go along.
You are right. You are right at the climax. But once you hit it, you're like, I got nothing. I don't know. I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette and see if that helps me.
What's the number one thing me and you do, Miguel?
We write the ending.
We have a start. We write an ending. That's how. And now the matter is to get from point A to point B, and to make sure that that's all included. Sure, there's just detours along the way. There's going to be obstacles. There's going to be clarifications, things like that.
Yeah,
but
trials,
there's
tribulations, so on.
Of course, and that's good character development. But there's always an ending, even if it's sort of open ended.
I think what's really funny is I think I fucked you up one of the first off the cuffs we had when we were talking about our writing methods, and I said I write the ending first and I work my way there. And I think Danny and Mac were both like, "That's weird. You're weird."
No, but what it did
that's weird. Writing entirely like that.
But what it did was it allowed us to better collaborate because we have all these other different things. And okay, well, you've got an ending idea and you have all these different things. Let's see how we can merge them together.
Yeah, that's why we work so well together. Plus the fact that I'm taller than you.
By 1 centimeter.
Intelligence, dead man. Told you this before.
I think rubbing it in.
The one show I think that this is just a thought I had while you guys were shooting the shit and I had sloppy joes. The one show I think that is going to have the biggest, either the most hate ever received or the most love ever perceived, will be The Simpsons when it finally comes down to its final coup de grace episode, because they have such a long history that they have worked with that the last episode needs to be basically the next Picasso. It needs to be one of the best things to ever grace television. And that's one of the wrong problems with having a long running series is you have such a big fan base, a big impact on culture, that if the ending does not reach the precipice of what people want, they're going to drag it to hell. They're going to go to hell and drag it with it.
They're dragging it now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, they
season 38. They're dragging it now. I mean, it's.
Oh yeah.
They're like, man, why hasn't this ended yet? And I was like, do you realize how hard it is to end a 35+ year show?
Especially with how much shit they have going on. I mean, they run so much off of public stuff that they can't just end it on a certain spot.
Yeah.
Because there's so much more that they have to add to it. And now the problem is we talk shit about bad endings. Like they're this big scourge, but we can't appreciate good endings without bad endings as well.
Yeah.
Granted, I think one of the, sorry to interrupt.
Oh, you're all good.
While I have the thought, I think one of the best examples of that is the new Star Wars trilogy. when J.J. Abrams did the first one, literally set up everything, right? Set up everything was like, here's your new bad guy, Snoke. Here's your new, Sith, the Knights of Ren. Here's your new Skywalker, Daisy Ridley's character, Ray.
You say?
Uh,
Woman.
here's literally an entire cool universe for you to just keep the story going. And Ryan fucking Johnson, who
Yep.
is such a prick because he loves to subvert expectations, not to challenge the story, not to challenge the viewer, but for the simple fact that he just likes to subvert expectations. And he kills Snoke, forces this weird romance between Kylo Ren and Rey, and then just leaves the second chapter of this new trilogy so fucking open-ended bullshit.
In shambles, if you ask me.
Yeah. It was so fucking bad that Disney was like, okay, everybody dig into your fucking pockets. We gotta bring J.J. Abrams back because holy shit. And even J.J. Abrams coming back was like, I,
I'm he's literally working with chicken shit. He can't really make chicken salad out of chicken shit at this point.
yeah.
So
Well, and that's why they're not doing a new like whole specific Star Wars prequel. They're doing the Mandalorian thing.
Yeah, it's all
yeah, the
spin-offs.
stuff that happened all before that series even happened, and so they're still kind of milking the original trilogy in that regard, which I think is okay. But you're starting to get to a point where you're like, okay, now what?
The horse is dead. Stop beating it. And
That
I
motherfucker's
think,
been dead for years.
dead already.
yeah.
Oh, so
And-
now we're gonna start using Simpsons references. I brought it up, and now we got to start using the references. Stop it! He's already dead.
But I think that is like one of the most recent, like, uber disappointing fucking. I have to challenge the audience, or I have to put this twist in just so I have a twist, and it's like, no, you fucking didn't.
Stop doing
Yeah.
that. Stop challenging.
And that's one of the main
audience.
reasons why I'll never watch a Ryan Johnson film again. None.
Same.
He
What
ruined
movies did he
Star
make?
Wars for me.
Oh,
Knives Out. I watched without knowing that he directed and wrote it, and I haven't
Yeah.
watched the two sequels since then because I'm like, I just fucking dislike you, dude. Like,
there's
you,
3 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 3. Apparently, he can do those really well. He just can't do Star Wars.
Anything
I
else?
watched 1 and I quit.
Yeah,
He can't do anything else. He's made several movies and they've all fucking sucked. And
You can always tell when somebody new dips their fingers into the pot because it tries to take what source material is already there and completely fucking flips it over, and it's like, hey, but what about this story? And it's like, I'm not watching it for this. Okay, I don't. It's like, imagine it's like taking Godzilla, big lizard fight big monkey, big lizard team up to fight bigger mechanical lizard. Big monkey, big lizard, kill big mechanical lizard, but then there's bigger lizard coming your way. Now, when you start throwing human drama into that, that's when I start giving a shit less. And to me, that's what Star Wars was. It was a space opera, and it was cool laser fights and cool, like, laser beam sword fights. Dope. 3 movies of that, I am all there. And then it turned into romance. And I'm like, nah, I don't want it. I don't care. I don't give a flying rat's ass about whatever is happening in the new trilogy. Because nothing about it seemed to be Star Wars-esque. Like,
yeah. I mean,
they threw bits and pieces of
a
it.
little bit. Yeah, people would say that even as a little bit in regards to the prequels, but you knew at some point that was supposed to happen because Luke and Leia. So they had to have that sort of human-esque interaction. The only problem I had with the prequels, at least as a movie franchise, is I don't feel that they truly delved deep enough in Anakin's fall. You had to watch Clone Wars, you had to watch all these other shows, but not in the movies, to watch him fall. And I'm like, okay, that's fine, well and dandy and everything, but they could have done more.
I think that also I think that is also a big contributor to a lot of
Hmm.
people's sort of media fatigue is when I can't just watch a series of movies to understand the whole story. I got to watch a movie, a side show, a side movie. This 15-minute short that they released on a
With Disney
website.
Plus.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's what happened with Marvel as well, because like it
Yeah,
was all
that killed
good until I
Marvel
just
too.
yeah until I just started watching like it went from okay, well I watched a Doctor Strange. I don't understand this. Well, yeah, did you watch Spider-Man in the Cocoon of Time? Well, no, the fuck I didn't. Did you watch She-Hulk? Well, no, I didn't. Okay, then you won't get any of this. I'll just stop
But
watching
what's the?
things 'cause-
Yes, but it's like, yeah. I said to a couple friends of mine the other day, I said they stopped making comic book movies for people like me, so I just generally don't
they
care anymore.
they stopped giving a fuck about comic book people.
Yeah,
They have done that for a while. I think once we were finished with what was it, the Infinity Arc? Was that the
Yep.
last? Yeah, once the Infinity Arc was done, which blows my mind because you have a whole like Secret Wars whole arc to go off with. They're
Yep.
just like, we don't know what to do, so we'll just start throwing bullshit out. Whatever sticks, sticks. And it's like, yeah, that's a good idea. Until you get shit like She-Hulk and then Daredevil. Daredevil was a hit. She-Hulk was here, so it's like you guys have such
Yeah, I
a large
love
market.
Daredevil. That
Yeah, it's
that,
like,
that was good, but
and then the
yeah,
Punisher too. The Punisher was a
Right.
great series.
Punisher was excellent. She-Hulk, I think they did not know how to handle
No, because
because
old VT Network episode. We talked about this because I was on that episode
Yeah.
talking about She-Hulk, and you guys were telling me about how like they tried running the a certain run of She-Hulk.
yeah,
the
sensational She-Hulk.
the sensational one, yeah.
Yeah, they tried running that. And it's like you can't run that character if you don't have a base of what that character is, and you're
They were
throwing in
trying.
the snarky quipper. You can't throw in
Yeah.
a snarky quipper if you don't know her from the beginning. That's how it works. The reason that works for Deadpool is because Deadpool's known to be a smart ass asshole.
Yeah,
That's the only reason
Deadpool's
that
Who breaks the fourth wall?
Deadpool is very easy to do. She-Hulk also breaks the fourth wall, also cracks wise, and also does almost everything Deadpool does. It's just that they kind of lost themselves in this weird middle ground of because the sensational She-Hulk was a terrible run. It's the worst rated run of She-Hulk. They tried to not make it a legal drama, but make it like this, I don't know, weird superhero woman empowerment thing. And I don't mean to shit on women empowerment movies or anything else like that.
I do
But there is a medium to do that with, and superheroes aren't it. For so much of Daredevil to take place the way it does, Daredevil is unapologetically violent, and I love it. Same thing with the Punisher; it is unapologetically violent, and I love it. She-Hulk, she really doesn't have that many enemies or anything else like that, so bringing She-Hulk in to fight like Abomination and stuff like that, it doesn't
Yeah, that
really
was weird.
work. Yeah,
I didn't understand why they brought Abomination because I'm like, isn't that like a Hulk villain? Like
Yeah.
the major Hulk villain? So why are we having She-Hulk fight him? That might just be, I wish they would start listening to comic book fans and
No.
not shareholders.
yes,
To an extent, like, of course, I don't want you to listen to the fucking nerds that sit there on Reddit and be like, "Well, Spider-Man's costume was not this tint of red," like a comic book guy kind of thing. I hate to bring in another Simpsons reference, but like, I know that's who that's based off of. And don't listen to those nerds.
ever.
worst
Exactly.
film ever. Spider-Man is a taupe red.
Thank you.
But appreciating good endings, does come from appreciating bad endings, and
Yes,
I agree with that
definitely.
wholeheartedly. And I think it's I think it's such a weird place for us to be as writers, because all three of us are writers, to be able to look at a story and tell where they were going with it, and tell when somebody else stuck their fingers in the pie, and suddenly things start to veer off course.
Yeah, because you're like, that don't make no sense. I just watched this whole thing. I don't know where that's going. Well, now they're
Right.
cousins. They just did the weird thing. Like, fucking 10 minutes ago. What do you mean they're cousins now? What did I miss? But it's that far fetched. That's the problem. It's like I'm not saying I've seen that happen. I'm just saying that's how weird some of these get. Is they're like, well, we have this very intimate power couple that has went through hell and back with each other, and they have formed a bond, and now they're family, but they just fucked. Well, they're family, so have fun.
So forget that. So forget what you saw 10 minutes ago.
Have family, you know.
Well, I don't think it's set in Alabama, my friend.
Right. I think and you know, even more rare are stories that are good just through and through, minute one to the last minute. Sinners, a recent Oscar winner, I believe, was one of those movies where it was just like fucking pristine from moment one to the last minute. I thought it was just fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah, I got to see that next. I've heard nothing but good things about that movie.
Same. Girlfriend has that on her list to watch, so like it's there to watch.
Oh, I definitely recommend that for a Sunday night horror fest. Yeah, because it is a vampire movie, but it's one of the best types of vampire movies, and takes place during right after World War II. So you know, there's still a lot of segregation and racism in it, but there's for us weird music guys, there is a large component of music and culture, you know, embedded into this movie. And of course, Mustard hates it because, you know, they took 2 minutes to acknowledge the history of some music, and according to him, it breaks the immersion, and somehow now the movie's bad. But you know, Mustard.
So on that, so if they explain a piece of art in the film that like a whole story point is revolved around, then it's shit. They're like, oh yeah, we're going off of the Last Supper. Well, the Last Supper was disciples, blah, 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 you know the whole story. Well, now it's shit because the whole plot revolves around that. Mustard, come on, man. Don't.
It's 2 minutes. It's 2 minutes of film he thought was unnecessary, and it kills the movie.
Okay, all right. Well, that's a Mustard opinion. So you know,
it really is though. Like he's the same guy. He's the same guy that says that Endgame was ruined because of a 3-second shot of all the female superheroes protecting Spider-Man.
What? Hold on, nah, you're fucking with me on that one. No way. No way.
He says it ruined the whole movie.
Okay, I thought Mustard defended himself, but it's not. He has Lemon Grab defending him. So
I can't agree with that. I can't agree with that, Lemon.
I wouldn't say completely ruined the movie, but that shot does seem unnecessary and out of place. You know, there are some times where it does, but when you see it in the grander scheme of the story and of the setting of whatever you're trying to do, it makes sense. You got to kind of look at it in the grander things, not just for the tiny piece that they're trying to make it seem like. That's always been my defense. Now, if we're going to talk about media that I feel is a 10 out of 10, like would definitely put it into top, like good from start to finish. I have two. I have Preacher, and I also have Blood Meridian. Blood Meridian is a great book, violent as shit, but it doesn't make Westerns like the same, like sheriff guy walks into a town, takes over it as a sheriff, and, you know, makes it into this goody two-shoes place. No, it shows you like how dark and gritty some people during
Mustard, you might want to rewind 5 minutes.
Go back 5 minutes, listen, and then come back to the current. I'm not gonna wait for you, but like, defend yourself. Yeah, but I like.
They smell blood, dude.
I like when pieces properly describe the dark and gritty, not just the pretty daisies all around, like most Westerns do. Speaking of Westerns, rest in peace, Chuck Norris. Yeah, I'd get that out there. Rest in peace to Mr. Texas Walker Ranger himself.
You mean Walker Texas Ranger? You had them mixed.
There's a Walker and there's a Texas in there.
70. I've never watched the show. I just know it's that three combination of words.
I heard the funniest joke about him passing away. Chuck Norris heard God talk shit, so he went to meet him in the afterlife.
Even still. So, Danny,
I
what?
heard.
Oh, go on.
Oh,
Go on.
sorry. Well, I heard one where it was like the Grim Reaper retired, and now it's Chuck Norris who comes to get you.
Fuck, that'd be even more terrifying.
That'd be kind of
Just hear the
horrible.
theme song. Just think of that theme song. Just hearing it coming, and you're like, "Oh, it's my time." Fuck.
I
I'm
can't. I can't. He's gonna roundhouse kick me in the face, and it's gonna be all over.
Right, just gonna wake up at the pearly gates with a boot print on your mouth. What about you, Danny? A media that was good from minute 1 to the last minute.
I'm gonna be a little bit biased here. I really enjoyed Detonation Boulevard. I thought that the beginning.
So it's something he wrote. That's a 10
And
out of 10.
then-
Interesting. Then I think Persona Mortis is a 10 out of 10. It is a 10 out of 10. It should be. They should play it in theaters and movie theaters. It should be all around. It should be global.
Dude, I think it should too. But
He only wrote a
that's-
third of it.
No. Fuck
Yeah.
no. I don't think it should. It is not as polished as I want it to be. There's so many plot holes I've poked in that motherfucker by myself, and I wrote it. What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Well, I tried to fix it, but that's besides.
Nah.
the point.
We're doing our best, but you know,
We're doing our
she's
best.
it's still a great
She's
story.
got a third season.
Yeah, see that is my first child, so like I can beat it, poke it to death, and just make it seem insignificant. But as long as I'm good by at least the third child, I should be okay as a writer.
You'll be fine.
Um,
But what I'm saying in regards to Detonation Boulevard, you where it kind of drew you into this new world. You didn't necessarily know where all of it was coming from. You also kind of figured at some point that there was going to be a comeuppance of some sort. So the ending, where it is sort of open-ended, actually made sense for the story. So that's why I say it at that point. You had a good story, especially the between the camaraderie between Jet and Hack, and then Jet and Chris Angle's character. I forgot his name off the top of my head. Oh Jesus, Fitz. Yeah,
Fitz the Undertaker.
And yeah, I liked all of that. And trust me, if you have not heard this story, I would go back and look on our website for it, because oh my god, it is so good. But that's what I would say would be a good, perfect ending story, because even then, it kind of makes you think, well, what could happen next? But
I got those confused, and out of all the stories that are on Dark Charm, I 100% agree. I got Detonation Boulevard confused with Fascination Street.
no, Fascination
yeah.
Street was totally open for a reason.
yeah, I got those two confused, and I was like, I mean, it's good. But Detonation Boulevard, I would definitely consider that a 10 out of 10, because that was a story that, like, while I was listening to it driving, I felt a single tear leave my eye when Dead Man's character was doing what Dead Man's character does. I don't want to spoil it in case anybody wants to listen to it. Go listen to it, and then you'll understand what I'm talking about when you get to it. But it was emotional. I think everybody pulled their punches with the lines they had to do. Like, nobody held back. Everybody put their whole ass into those lines. So yeah, I would wholeheartedly agree that is a 10 out of 10 on the Dark Charm scale.
Definitely. Like Detonation Boulevard, I'm very proud of, and I can say from the concept of Mac bringing it to us, skin and bones, and us just writing this out, putting flesh and muscle and teeth into it. It ended up somewhere I don't think any of us expected, and it ended up there for the better.
Oh yeah.
And and I've also noticed that comedy is also a very hard one to do, like a solid series. But I think Writer's Room is what it's earning its keep as a comedy series, because it doesn't ever feel like the jokes are stale. Like, it feels like the jokes are well placed throughout the entire show. And it's really, it has I dislike to use this because it's not one of my favorite shows to ever exist, but it's a good example. It has a Office-esque type of humor, but it's
Yeah,
executed
between
without
like
looking
Office
into
and
the camera.
Scrubs.
Yeah, it's like Office and Scrubs had a weird love child that they left in a dumpster behind a TGI Fridays.
And it came out drunk. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah. But comedy is also a weird one to do. Like Scary Movie, that one's getting a new
A
release.
new
And
chapter.
yeah.
There's only so many movies you can make in a particular franchise before it becomes absolutely stale. And sadly, I don't have any faith that Scary Movie 6 is going to be any good.
No,
I
after
do.
five.
I
After
do.
five, I was done. I don't know. Three was probably my last one that I could like fully remember. 4 and 5 were kind of right over the dome.
Considering it's back in the Wayans' hands,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
yeah, it was out of their hands for a long, long time.
What ones did it leave their hands?
The third one was the final one that had anything really to do with it.
Which
and
was the
that
one
makes
that
sense
Gibby said he liked.
That's the last one I remember.
Yeah, everything past that, it was not them.
That makes sense because 4 and 5 was a lot more like dick and fart joke sort of movie instead
Yeah.
of actually making fun of the movie. Like number 1, you had Scream. They pulled that off perfectly. Number 2, what is number 2 supposed to be about? I can never figure that out. Is it
The Haunted
Exorcist?
Mansion.
The Haunted Mansion. I know it had The
Yeah.
Exorcist. Because the scene in the beginning of the movie where she pisses on the floor and you hear the guy in the background go,
Yeah,
she's
yeah, yeah.
good. It just fucking kills me every time. Or the
Yeah, it was The Exorcist and the House on Haunted Hill or some bullshit like that. Another terrible horror movie that everyone swears is really good. And I rewatched it a few years ago, and I was like,
Are you talking about the remake or the original?
no, the remake.
Yeah, the original for House on a Haunted Hill was actually pretty good for its time. The remake was like, you did this? You had
It
the
was
ability to
bad.
remake this, and it was this you came up with?
And
It was,
you did that.
yeah, and I know a lot of people shit on and speaking of really bad endings, one of the endings that never sat right with me was 13 Ghosts. Like, I liked that movie so much, and it did so well. For it to just end on that weird note, you're just like, okay. And yeah,
Sometimes it just makes you wonder if whoever was writing the thing was like, okay, we got 5 pages left. The rest of this is really good, but I can't figure it out. Okay, let me smoke up some weed. Oh yeah.
Or go the Stephen King route.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
now
right.
Hill will do it this way.
yeah, right. This
And
ghost is
they
really,
came up with,
really
like,
mean.
This ghost decided it was gonna get unleaded on everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
So-
fucking. Those two movies were so lackluster endings, especially House on Haunted Hill. You know, with the guy that looked like Vincent Price, and it was
I
just
think most producers in Hollywood, they just read the first few pages, maybe get to the middle, and like, oh, this is great. Let's greenlight it, and they totally don't even look at the ending.
you
And
know
they're
what
like, this isn't what we thought of.
I would like to say that, but there's a reason that Good Will Hunting had the blowjob scene in the middle of the script.
Oh yeah.
Explain for those who are ignorant to that.
Okay, so while they were making Chasing Amy, what's his name? Ben Affleck and Matt Damon kept improvising lines. They kept making up, little things on the spot, and most of the time it played really well. And it was pissing Kevin Smith off because he was like, "Bro, that's not what I wrote." And it just kept happening over and over and over again. So at one point in time, Kevin Smith tells Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, "Look, if you wanna make shit up on the fly, go make your own fucking movie." And they did. They sat down and wrote Good Will Hunting. And a lot of Good Will Hunting, they just kind of let Matt Damon freestyle a lot. And the same thing with Ben Affleck's character was more than a couple of lines were improv, but Matt Damon just went the distance with it. And, that's where a lot of really decent scenes in Good Will Hunting came from. Like when he's naming all his brothers and sisters, when he's like sitting with his girlfriend, and he names like 7 brothers and sisters, and she says, "Do it again." He does it again. That was all improvised. Like Matt Damon made it up on the
Oh.
spot, and yeah, they won a fucking Oscar for it.
So that's why they made that joke in Dogma. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah,
That makes a lot of sense.
And I think one of the more interesting aspects of speaking of just improv and really good scenes in Matt Damon, I think one of the most interesting scenes you can ever see the entire crew react to an improv scene is if you watch Saving Private Ryan. In Saving Private Ryan, there's a scene when they're kind of resting between fights where Tom Hanks' character, Captain Miller, talks to Matt Damon's character, and Matt Damon says, "I can't remember my brother's faces. I'm trying to think of them, and I can't remember it." And Tom Hanks says his line, "Context. You got to think of context. You got to think of something." And Matt Damon just runs off with this story about the day before they go to basic, about his brother, about to sleep with the ugliest girl in the town. But what's really, really interesting, all right, and this is just from movie files, what's really interesting, if you go back and watch that scene, Tom Hanks, they're rolling. Tom Hanks literally is in mid scene with Matt Damon and is looking off camera at Steven Spielberg, like, we're just letting this run. Like, this isn't in the script. We're just gonna run this. And Matt Damon just runs this whole monologue about his brother sleeping with the ugliest girl in town before he goes off to basic. And but it's really cool. It's really interesting. If you really want a piece of like cinemaphile, trivia, go back and watch that scene, and you can see Tom Hanks literally looking at the producer and looking at Steven Spielberg and going, "Really? We're just gonna let this happen?" Right.
Nerd.
Yeah. Saving Private Ryan was also another one of those movies to me that's a perfect 10 out of 10. And I
Yeah,
guess
that was a very good movie.
That's where I was going
Never
with
seen
it.
Never seen it.
You need to.
Do I really though?
Actually, yes. There is so much about the way that it was made, the cinematography, the direction. Honestly, the interaction between all the characters is just everything is peak. Everything is peak. Giovanni Ribisi is in it. I know you love him. Vin Diesel's in it. Like Tom Hanks is in it. Fucking family. All these like top.
All right, I'll watch it.
What's his name? Paul Giamatti is in it. Like this stack is the cast is fucking stacked, and nobody.
And talk about like cameos. Ted Danson's in it too.
Yeah, Ted Danson's in it. So is
one of the commanding officers that came out of the paratrooping thing. I forgot.
Yeah, Nathan Fillion is in it.
Yeah.
So,
oh, yeah, I remember Nathan Fillion scene. That was hilarious.
Yeah, they're still in primary school. Like that was fucked. Like but no, I think it's one of those 10 out of 10 movies, and I think you really should watch it, Gibbs. But let's go ahead and give our final thoughts. Like I know writing is difficult, but I think Hollywood should not listen to the fans. Number one, because if fans had their way, we wouldn't have the Superman that we have right now. We wouldn't have the Daredevil that we have right now, and Tom Holland would not be playing such an excellent version of Spider-Man.
We're getting Man Spider. We're getting Man Spider.
We're not getting Man Spider. And he froze up.
I'm so sick of hearing that shit. Yeah, sorry. So sick of hearing that we're getting Man Spider. No, we're not.
No, we're not.
They ain't got the cojones.
They ain't got the guts.
What about you, Danny? What do you want to give on a final note for bad endings?
For bad endings, it's sadly right now they're a dime a dozen, because as you and I have had a long length of discussion about, we don't feel there's an original thought anymore in Hollywood. And they're not producing anything original anymore. So,
which is why Sinners stood out.
Yes.
What about you, Gibbs?
Well, you waitressed me. I was in the middle of a bite. You
I
waitressed me and
know.
asked how my food was.
How's your dinner, Gibbs?
Was good. I was trying to eat it. I thought I had a little bit more time, but apparently I didn't.
Sorry, I didn't.
At this
mean
point,
to,
if you're gonna make a bad ending, make it bad. Make it so fucking terrible. Don't come at me with like it's this philosophical thought you had and it needed to be implemented into media form. No, if you know it's shit, make sure it's the biggest shit so people remember it.
Yeah,
Okay.
like have the ending where like okay, the enemy, like say for instance, the aliens have already came to Earth. We finally beat them, and then the end is just this dog taking a shit on the freaking ground.
Yeah, or or
That's it.
dog, or like in the last 5 seconds when you think the big guy that fought the aliens, the Duke Nukem-esque motherfucker in the entire movie, finally killed all the aliens. Just have a big old pig with a shotgun, kablam his head off, and end credits right there. Like if you're gonna make it bad, make it terrible. But if you want a good ending, put effort into it and make it good.
Effort and thought. It's not always just effort. It has to be thought too. Because if you can't think of something, the effort ain't gonna be worth it.
And
Very
if you
true.
can't, ask somebody for help. Ask somebody on how to do an ending. Because I swear, when it came to endings, I had no fucking idea what to do. And I asked these two, how to do an ending. And that's how it works. I didn't know how to do it. So I asked for help. And I feel like the ending that they gave me was a million times better than what it would have been if it was just me.
Well, I
thank you,
appreciate that, Gibby.
Yeah. So we're going to get the fuck out of here. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you've been here the whole time or just for the last few minutes listening to us ramble, we'll be back next week. We're going to watch Rurouni Kenshin this
Tell me the
week,
name of that.
Gibby. And
Send me how to spell it because I can't spell worth the shit.
I'll
so.
send you everything you need.
Woo.
And please, this is kind of our boss as far as Darktron Media goes. Please visit Darktron Media and all your podcast platforms, everything you get podcasts on. Right now, Persona Mortis just dropped an episode. Very interesting character, just premiered. And a writer's room just came out. I think one of the funnier ones that we've written in recent history. Mail Call. I worked really hard on the foley of that one, and it came out so perfect. But with all that said, though, we're going to get the fuck out of here. For the love of all that is unholy and holy, keep your balls clean.